with Tennessee head coach Pat Summitt. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach.
Well, obviously Stanford played a really great basketball game, and they made their shots when they had to make shots. They made big plays. We really broke down a lot in defending their high-low game, which they did. They did a tremendous job in spacing on the floor. Proud of our team. I told them I can't be upset because this is a great learning experience for us. We couldn't get to the did not get to the free throw line in the first half. I told Debbie Candace Parker's not coming into the press conference tonight because she's in there a little beat up. I thought she fought hard, but when I look at the fact that obviously we struggled to get there, then I got to go back and figure out how I can help this team do a better job of getting to the free throw line. It's pretty frustrating, the entire basketball game.
Okay, so this is a learning experience. What is there to learn beyond getting going?
Not taking possessions off. I thought within their high-low game, we let the ball get into the middle of the floor, and I thought Stanford did a great job in just being able to pass from the high-low. Candace obviously stepped up when she needed to step up and made big plays.
Coach, ball security has been something you've been worried about a little bit coming into here. You had a couple of passes there, especially particularly.
Yeah, we had a late pass that really hurt us.
Is that something you're going to have to address in the interim here between now and the 2008 games?
Well, I think obviously ball security has always been a priority for us. We'll look at this tape. We'll learn from it. I think our basketball team, they understand they can be better. I think that's one thing that may have really hurt us this year, coming off a national championship, is that we didn't play hard for 40 minutes, game in and game out. But Stanford did. They played really, really tough.
Late first half, you guys were up 11, and it seemed maybe you guys let them get a little run there at the end that gave them an opportunity.
We did. We didn't answer that run to close. We didn't close out the first half. Looking back, I'm sure that that was costly as well.
You had said before this trip that no matter what, it would be a great trip for you guys because you would learn a lot. I think back to the North Carolina game last December. You guys learned a lot from that loss. Is that the kind of way you're looking at this loss?
Well, I think without question, you learn a lot more from a loss than you do from a win, because I think you can get players' attention much better. And when we come back after the holidays, I think that we'll be much more focused. And we're all disappointed. We didn't close out the game, or didn't execute as well as we would like to down the stretch. Couldn't get to the free throw line. That was a problem for us all night long. So we'll get better. We'll get better.
You said Parker's a little bit beat up, nothing serious, just
going to the paint, and going to the rim, and I'm going to take my time and watch each one of those possessions, because it happens to her all the time, and it's part of being the best player in the game. But at some point in time, it doesn't quite seem appropriate.
Can you talk a little bit about Alexis's game? She really shook off that bad half.
Yeah, I think Alexis is. She's having the best year of her career, and she's been very efficient. I hated when she turned the ball over because I knew that she's so hard on herself. But she did so many good things, and she's her shot selection's much better. Her leadership is solid. Obviously her effort is there, game in and game out, and she's not a player that likes to take any possessions off.
What were they doing to Bjorklund? She got 5 shots off, but she really was having trouble finding any open looks tonight.
Well, I thought they did a good job of just identifying her and staying with her in all of our action. And obviously, Angie will get better. And we did not run a lot of things to Angie to free her up. And I think that's because we were focused on trying to really get the ball inside and establish our inside game.
How impressed were you with Shannon Boggs tonight?
Pardon me?
How impressed were you with
Oh, Shannon's been solid. I'm very impressed with her. I really felt like we probably should have encouraged Shannon to get more shots. I think she does such a great job of being the floor leader. Sometimes she'll pass up some shots. That might have helped us a little bit more as well.
Were you surprised that it was Golden Winnie that hit the clutch shot at the end?
She played pretty well.
So that didn't surprise me.
Coach, are you guys trying to get back tonight? Are you trying to get them home tonight or tomorrow? Or what are your game plans?
Tonight. Well, we won't get home till tomorrow because we have to do the red eye. We obviously are going commercial. Any other questions for me before I go to radio? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Pat.
Thank you.
Safe travel.
Good luck.
Thanks.
We also have Tennessee players Alexis Hornbuckle and Angie Bjorklund available for questions as well.
Alexis, what do you think is the difference down the stretch?
We just had a lot of breakdowns, and they came together and pulled together and made the passes that they needed to make and made the shots, the open shots that they needed to hit.
Alexis, you shook off that bad half at UCLA just like you said you did. I know you're not happy. I mean, you want to win every game. I know that. But can you look at some individual things that happened out there and feel good about some of it right now?
I can look and say that I did bounce back from the UCLA game, but obviously, you know, you want to win. And as a team, we bounced back because we didn't play a good half. And, you know, we tried to pull it together, but things happen. So we just got to go back to work when we go back to Knoxville.
Angie, you had a little trouble getting your shot off tonight. But then Pat just said they were really keen on you. Was that getting frustrating for you? Can you talk a little bit about that? Or when you just ended up looking for open teammates at that point?
Definitely. When they're denying me, I think that opens a lot up, and they're denying Candace, same thing with her. It opens a lot up for our other teammates. And we tried to use that, but and when I did have a shot, I just wasn't knocking it down. So.
Alexis, I just asked Pat this too. You guys lost a game in December last year. Didn't hurt you one bit. You learned from it. Is this? I know you guys don't want to lose. I know that. But does a game like this, is it one you look at and say, all right, we see what we did wrong and learn from it?
I think it is a game that we look at and we learn. We look back, you know, we ended the new year not the way that we wanted to, but obviously we have room to learn and room to grow. So we're going to come back fired up in the new year and come out with a vengeance.
What was the mood in the locker room just now after the game?
Obviously it's solemn. Like you said, we don't like losing. We're a very competitive team, but at the same time we got to realize, you know, we're getting a little time with our family, so we're going to try to enjoy the holidays and then get back and worry about basketball when we hit Knoxville.
Seemed like late in the first half you guys had an opportunity you were up 11 and Wiggins isn't doing anything much, Appel isn't, and they went on a little bit of a run there to kind of make it close. Do you feel like you guys maybe missed an opportunity to really put them down in the first half, or?
I think it was definitely a missed opportunity, but they're a great team. It's hard to hold them down an entire half on our entire game. Obviously, you saw that, you know, they pulled together in stretches where they needed to pull together, and we broke down when we didn't need to. So, you know, I commend them for, you know, their efforts, and they're a great basketball team.
Any more questions for Hornbuckle or Bjorklund?